Okay, folks, we have another graph from this deck that I've been talking about in the last few videos on this channel. I want to show you another one that I think we can clean up. So this is what we've got. It's a bar chart. There's nothing inherently wrong with this bar chart, right? I think there's probably, the labels on the axes are probably too big and too thick. There's a frame around the whole thing. It's not like wrong necessarily. It could just be cleaner and easier to read. The reds are really in your face, just oversaturated, which is part of the problem with the whole deck in my opinion. Personally, when I add labels to my bar charts like this, I tend not to include the vertical axis labels or the grid lines. So you can see what I've done over here, right? I also put the year labels up at the top, so I think they're closer to the bars, which again, maybe not objectively right or wrong, but I think just like a better, cleaner look. The thing I wanted to show you, however, is that how to do the different colors for the two segments, the two series. My guess would be that the way this was created, just based on the rest of the deck that this came out of, was that the person created the bars one color and then manually selected each one and colored them separately. Which is not the end of the world if you only have a dozen of them to do, but what if you want to make this more reproducible, more scalable, just easier in the long run? There's a better way. So let me move this out of here and show you my data. I've got the deficits here, columns A and B, and then I'm going to have two series. So I'm going to have, in my version, the blue and the orange series. So series 1 is going to say, right here in my formula, if A2 is less than or equal to 2025, give me the value if it's not NA. And I've definitely showed you how to use this NA feature in Excel in the past. It means that Excel is going to ignore that value. So what happens here is I get values up to 2025 and then NA down at the rest. Series 2 does the opposite. It says if the year is greater than 2025, give me the value. If not, make it NA. So you can see here we've got a bunch of NAs. And then we've got a bunch of values. And then I have this mysterious negative 500. And you're going to see why that is in a second. So let's create our chart. I'm just going to select these four columns here. And I'm going to create a bar chart. And now I've got a chart. And I'm going to make it bigger so that you can see it. Okay, so what's going on here? I've got three series. You can see that I've got my blue, a blank, and then a green. And that's the key, is I want the blank. But I don't want this as a bar chart. I want it as a stacked bar chart. I want to stack them together. And that's going to be the key, because now my blank is not in the way. So first thing I want to do here is I just want to make the data series a little bit thicker. This is like, I just want to, give this a little bit more heft. And, whatever number works for you, like, this is 65%, totally fine, whatever works for you. But here's the advantage, right? Now I can select these blue bars and I could change all those blue bars in one click. So I want them to be a bright green, right? Whatever. I want these oranges to be a dark red, right? Whatever I want them to be, that red just pops just into your face, deep into your brain. So I can do that with one click just by setting up the data this way. So let me undo, because I can't even look at that. And let's do two other things. First thing is I'm going to put these labels above the bars. So I'm going to say format axis. And then over here with labels down at the bottom, I'm going to say put this all the way down here. I got it all the way down here. I'm going to put that high. So that's going to be above the bars. And now I want to add my labels. Now, because I've made this as a stacked chart, this becomes really easy. I just say add my data labels, select them, go over here and say value from cells, and then I select the original series. So I'm just going to select here column B, okay, turn off the value, or whoops, keep that, but turn off the values. I can put them at the end of the bar or at the end of the base, whatever I want. I can select the green, and then I can turn it off so I have no fill. And there's my chart. That's it. So I'll make these all bigger so you can see how all the labels fit together. And I don't have to do this thing where I spin this over here and it adds some weird line or something like that with the pointers as in the original. So by using this NA trick, I have three series, but it's really just one series of data plus the labels that are basically held in a placeholder. Hope this is useful. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Check out my Substack newsletter where I talk more and more about Excel, Flourish, and other data visualization tools and techniques.